on train's extremely, extremely good. But that said, we
we're
are
jumping
into the
into
map.
it.
So, they're calling not live.
Calling not live.
So C9
One
calls
interesting
not
thing
live.
to say, though, while we're not live, is that Virtus.Pro on most of their maps, Inferno, Mirage, Dust 2, Cache, they all have over 50% win rate on their pistol rounds. Train is a map where they're positive overall, but they have less than 50% win rate on their pistol rounds. So giving VP T-side first and Cloud9 gets the easier side, or the arguably easier side on CT. Without 50% pistol rounds, if they don't win these pistols, it could be dangerous, especially since they lost the first map. You know, if Cloud9 gets some momentum rolling, they win the pistol, they win a lot of CT rounds, it could get dangerous really quickly, honestly.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. Look at this. Sean Gares, this is interesting. They're practicing that light boost. And there was some debate about this last night. Yeah, they can't quite get it in the pregame. There was some debate about this last night, whether or not that was included as a pixel walk or not. We'll just switch it over. You can see exactly where I'm talking about.
Practice it? Oh,
yeah,
I think
they were trying
died.
to boost it up, so
right over the lower entrance.
Yeah, well, it's just to the left of it. It's by the window to the left, right in front of where Semphis was just looking. So, but that's iffy because I believe it was Mouse used it against them last night.
Did they? Oh, and
it turned out not to matter because they won the map.
Okay.
So, but there was some debate about whether or not Cloud9 was going to do anything about it. So now they're practicing it and hoping to get away with it. Of course, they have to dispute it. Regardless of whether or not it's legal or not, there has to be a dispute in order for it to be brought to the attention of the admins, to the point that the admins can do anything about it. So.
Yep, and looks like now we're going to go live. Or we should be going live soon.
I don't know what they're doing. I'm not sure. Apparently they spawned an E-box when they respawned, so that's why they were like, hey, this isn't going to work. So.
It's interesting though. Virtus.Pro picked the map, but arguably CT side on train is much easier than T side.
Right. So C9 got the side choice.
It could be a 2-0. It honestly could just be a 2-0 right here. I hope it's not. I really hope we see a really good showing from VP. I hope they bring the plow, but
I'm with you on the fact that you say if VP wins train, they could very easily win Inferno. There's no question. It only gets harder for C9 from here. In that regard. So don't forget, of course, all this is made possible this weekend by not only the ESEA Premium subscribers and you guys, the lovely community, but our lovely sponsors in BenQ, Zowie, and Alienware. And Alienware kindly provided all the computers that are here at ESEA LAN. All the monitors are BenQ. And there's quite a few guys here on the Zowie mouse. They just released the FK2 as well, which is sort of back to the FK dimensions.
Yeah, the
with
old
new sensor.
FK size with the new FK1 sensor and the scroll wheel and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I actually never held the Zowie just because they're not really. I'm East Coast Canada in the middle of nowhere, and there's not much available up there. But I actually held one this weekend. They feel awesome.
Yeah.
The click on that mouse is so
drivers
smooth.
needed. You just plug it in and go.
Yeah, it's a great little mouse.
Super easy.
Yeah. So.
You can go ask Neo about it. He helped design the FK.
Okay, so we are going to restart the map, apparently, to deal with that spawn glitch. And once we're in, we should go right to live, because both teams were readied up at that point where we just needed a fix. So, in fact, of course, they would have to restart, because once they call live, it's into the active rounds. So, should be right into it. What site do you think we're going to see pushed more? A, with the quickness of it, and the altered bomb site?
I think that we'll see more A, but I don't think it'll be quick. I think you'll see both, but I think traditionally it'll be more late round executions. I think they're going to try and go really slow. I think they're going to work picks Ivy, bait some nades out at inner, and then I think they're going to just smoke off the site and take outside late. But that's just what I think from VP. Obviously, they could have changed tactics. They could change the pace. C9 could be really pushy and get dominant with their pushes, or they could play passive and just play the time. I'm not really sure what to expect here, but everyone knows Train is a CT-sided map. Everyone knows that the pistols are huge in this game. And this is one of the very few maps where, well, I mean, actually, I guess it's debatable. The CZ is really strong. You can spray it, kill someone really fast, close range. But on Train, if you want to eco and you want to get close range, you kind of have to rush inner and hope someone's playing up close. If you rush outside, there's not really much area for you to get up close with the CZ unless you rush down Ivy or you rush to Hell. But I definitely think the CZ, it'll be strong here. I just don't know how much effectiveness it can have.
So a ladder push might be.
So maybe we'll see some different eco rounds. Maybe we'll see the CZ not as successful in the eco rounds. Who knows?
Well, they've also got the option, although it's a a little bit more money to go for the 5-7, or should they choose the Deagle, which obviously not as common in Counter-Strike.
Super strong.
In Global Offensive, I should say. So that said, we
Jumping
are
right
underway.
into it.
So again, C9 starting out on the CT side. Looks like they're actually going to go for a standard 2-1-2, but VP all heading inner right now, and they're not stopping. It's going to be Virtus.Pro as they go all the way past the ramp, and they're going to come out upper. Who's inside the site right now? It looks like it's Sean Gares. He's pushing through that smoke, so there might be an opportunity they won't be seen, and he does a little bit of damage. In fact, he takes down Pasha with that CZ, but that's a lot of damage done and ammo gone, so VP still get inside the site. They will finally catch out Sempis. Sean, though, still alive, still doing damage. Neo's going to get a second one as well. And finally, Shroud gets around on the rotate to pick up him. But Taz now is going to pick up where he left off, and suddenly it's a 1v1 as the trades continue. And it's Shroud versus Taz. The bomb has gone down in the meantime. He's going to molly out on Shroud. Shroud's got enough HP that he could have held this. No, he's not going to. So they are going to go 1v1. Taz only 17 HP. He doesn't peek. He finally does. Shroud looked away. And Taz with the edge of the Molotov.
And if he stuck it, he would have got it.
He would have had it. That Molotov I didn't think was even in range. I thought Shroud was outside of it.
He had the 1v1. The VP player, I don't even remember who it was now, was scared to peek because he was so low. He threw the molly out, which was really good, but then he just waited a little too long. That was a really, really close round, though. Good on VP. They played the range. They went up close inner, up close and personal. That was really well played by VP. Good round.
So they're going to go for another scout on round number 2. Snacks is going to hold on to that, but look out because they've got 2 on C9 side. So this is really interesting. Shroud's got one all the way at A3, and Sean Gares has the other one inner. And it's not going to matter. Pasha's going to get the first one onto Shroud, so that's down already. And that's from Ivy. Now Bialy and Pasha will work out in that direction. Bialy, interestingly, holding on to the P90, so trying to Virtus.Pro into the site. Shooting away Hiko to his right. He peeks him, he finds him. There's the kill. So that's another one on the board. Pasha's also going to get Sempis rotating from CT spawn. So A is open for business now. And Pasha still with that Galil will come back. Finally, nothing gets C9 on the board, but immediately gets dropped after that. And Sean Gares with that scout might just try and lurk for exits at this point. It's not going to matter. Pasha finds him as well. So Virtus.Pro does a great job in that round. And
you can already tell that they're so much more comfortable on this map, just the way they're flowing. On Season, they would run to their spot, and then they would walk. And it wasn't even walking, per se, to make less sound. They were walking because they were unsure. Their flow was a little bit less. But here, you can just see more confidence on the players. They're throwing the smokes, they're just going with it. And just definitely setting a pace for themselves. They're not playing into C9 style, which is really good to see from VP. You can see Taz just like rushes down the ladder room and all the way out.
Yeah, so an A pinch, which isn't uncommon on Global Offensive. Pasha's going to get the first one again, another entry onto nothing. And Taz will continue to spam away over from the electrical, but Pasha will continue with the first entry and try and find Sempis now, who's at middle. And it's only he and Sean Gares that remain. And with the bomb down, Virtus.Pro easily have secured this round, unless some magic were to happen from C9, and that's very unlikely as they've both fallen back into B.
You think Taz pushes up this ladder?
He's thinking about it. There's no doubt about that. But there's no reason to, really. I mean, Bialy's already caught out Sempis now on the backside, so there's no reason for Taz to push that. He's only got a CZ, and if he drops the AK, it's a loss in VP's perspective. So it should just expire.
Snacks might get him. Snacks might catch him if he's fast enough.
Sean hears him, though, so he should just play ring around the Rosie, and that's what he's going to do.
Oh, he runs past him.
Oh, man, but Sean came down the ladder.
Snacks
was
there.
Out. Unbelievable. I didn't think you even had the time left to do that. So Snacks does get the gun out of Sean's hands. Insult to injury.
Pour some salt in the wound. PJ Salt. He's definitely a little bit. And now Sean's down to armor and a FAMAS. Definitely not ideal, but I guess Pasha has a Galil, so we'll see.
Sempis is going to be the player in Z for C9, and again, there's not that vision through to middle, so they've got to play a guy at E-Box, and that's nothing, who's kind of got to watch both the ladder and that position. It's a lot harder to play from the CT perspective. The bomb is down at the top of ladder. Neo just trying to decide where VP wants to aggress. And look at Bialy and Pasha. They're slowly working down from Ivy right now.
Neo works inner pretty confidently alone.
So they're still just looking for picks because, again, that bomb is just dropped down above the ladder. Taz finally is going to go back and looks like he's going to work toward A site. So they will go for a pinch from all entry points. Shroud, though, undetected, is going to catch out Pasha as he comes through. And will he get Bialy as well? Bialy also doesn't look at him. Bialy does manage to pick up Hiko and nothing as a result. What is Shroud doing? He can't see through that smoke. He hasn't secured that kill. That looked easy for Shroud, but they smoked him off. And both of his teammates pay the price as a result, and now Bialy's fallen back inside the hallway at Ivy and has full control of exactly where Shroud is. Taz gets Semphis in the meantime, pardon me, Taz, and now Sean Gares will get him in return, but Shroud, man, unbelievable. That smoke made all the difference. Neo finds himself suddenly in a 2-on-1, manages to take down Sean, but the bomb's down. And Neo playing on that ladder will come up. Shroud's still not on it. All he's got to do is bait out the time. Shroud's far away from it, does get the kill. Does he have a kit? He does. I don't know if he's got the time.
No kit.
Oh,
no time.
You're right. Sorry, I thought he picked one up from the backside of the site. So no time, no defuse, and another round. Virtus.Pro
really
4-0 already on the T side.
He was standing where he could see the edge of the smoke, but I guess from up top he couldn't see the T's run out. And the T's just ran out, cleared out all of the backside of the train and the hell. And then Shroud got the trade kill. And then even then, Bialy just kept him pinned for so long. Really good play by Bialy, and not so much a questionable play, but definitely an unfortunate play by Shroud.
Yeah, you'd think after he got the first kill, and he knew, I'm sure he knew they were there, they were making a ton of noise, that he would have pushed them a little bit, but
now we see nothing with a Mag 7.
As with Sean Gares, by the way, too, so. Neo catches out Semphis. Shroud's going to find Pasha coming out. And this is looking actually pretty good for C9 right now. As only 3 players remain for VP. Watch out, though. Snacks is pushed up all the way past Heaven. Inside that smoke, Shroud kind of knows he's there, but can't get an angle on him. And now Shroud's going to take some damage from a grenade. Working inside the site. He actually doesn't.
Snacks didn't see Shroud.
No, Snacks is still there, and he's got good position now.
This is a position for sure. Yeah. Snacks can easily get the double right here.
Sean, meanwhile, finds Taz.
There's the first. Do you think he gets the second?
Hard to say. They know he's over there. Hiko's definitely peeking him, but there it is. Hiko over peeks, and there it is. Snacks takes his head off, so Sean now in a 1v2. Bomb still not planted from VT's side, but Snacks will get that frag.
Good triple by him.
5-0.
Just playing in hell, so patient, and Shroud didn't even see him. I don't think either of them saw each other, and Shroud just came through IB, played the back of the trains, and Snacks just waited and waited and waited and got the triple. That was really, really patient.
It seems to me like the way C9 are playing it, they're relying on their teammates to cover their backs in terms of the way they're playing the angles. Nothing out of E-Box relies on Semphis to watch middle, who relies on Shroud to watch Ivy. But they're just getting through in one spot and then catching one guy off guard, and then it just snowballs for VP. So C9's got to tidy up just a little bit on the way they're defending those angles.
And now it's up to the lone man, Sean Gares, holding inside. A knight to his name. He gets one. Is he going to get the second? He doesn't get the second. No. Oh, no. That was set up for him.
And nothing rotated around, but already got taken down from Bialy. He was already pushed halfway down the upper hallway. We'll see if Shroud can find him. Taz going to get a second one on Semphis. And now Shroud's got to get Taz through that smoke. He manages to do so. That puts us into a 2-on-2, but Neo quickly takes down Hiko. So now it's a 1-on-2. Again, though, bomb not planted. It's dropped down in the site. Neo's going to have to go grab that. And that's going to give Shroud a little bit of room to work with. But Pasha's rotated around, coming through Z. Shroud's going to try and re-peek him. Not going to happen. And with that invitation, they've got A secured, so there's no point trying to play one-on-one peeks with Shroud. They're going to take it back. But Shroud and Z has a quick rotation. He knows they're there now. That smoke's gone out. And I think he's going to try and go CT.
He either has to go CT or he has to save, so he's probably going to try and go up the back halls. But Neo and Pasha actually set up really good for it. Pasha could maybe, no, can't even get shot in the side of the head.
Well,
but if he gives away his position.
He heard Shroud fire away through that smoke, and look at this. He's right up in his face. So Shroud goes down 6-0 now, Virtus.Pro.
This is Virtus.Pro's map. This is exactly what I thought that we would see out of them once they got their flow going. They definitely are controlling the pace completely. They don't have that many ops. C9 is forced to buy now every round just to try and get a map, or just to try and get a round on this map. They're having to force. They've got the bonus money as well, so now it's just a question of whether or not C9 adapts fast enough.
And again, Pasha's going to play down toward Ivy. Shroud, though, through the smoke, absolutely annihilates him, and Hiko also gets one on Snacks, so Shroud
super low, already dinked.
Yeah, 10 HP, and Neo over at B will have to work back and support his teammates at A because they're going to need his help. They are 2 men down. Bialy still at Ivy. He's going to now get taken down by Nothing, who's pushed through middle. So coming out of T-spawn, he's going to catch out Bialy. They weren't expecting that at all. So now 2 players remain for VP. Finally, Cloud9 in an excellent position to put a round on the board. As Taz now goes down to Hiko, and Neo's trying to rotate around to spawn to find nothing, but nothing's already looking in that direction. Mind you, he is taken down to 34. He's going to get incinerated out, but it's too late. Nothing gets the kill. And Cloud9's on the board. Now, this resets your money bonus, so they pretty much reset everything.
They get the guns that they had, but if they lose this, they're going to be saving again. This could be really bad because VP has all the money they need to buy, at least AKs and armor, nades, that kind of thing. And C9 is stuck with the guns they have and just a little bit of money. So if VP wins this round back, C9 is going to be an economical disaster.
C9 still sticking with that standard. Actually, I take it back. Nothing's gone inner this time as he's go back to electrical box. So they are playing more of a 3A strategy. But look at this. It's a pinch on A site. Virtus.Pro coming out from the the ladder, trying to do as much damage as possible. But nothing comes out with two huge headshots on both Neo and Taz. Sempis finds Pasha. Finally, Bialy responds from connector, and Hiko immediately takes him down. So it's all on Snacks, who manages at least to find Hiko and gets away with 98 health. So he's got a lot to work with. The bomb's down inside A, though, and C9 swarming it and covering every angle, so even if he heads to Ivy, he's going to be confronted by Shroud. And there's no reason for Shroud to immediately peek him, so as you can see, he's just going to fall back, and they'll play this out as a team. Sempis, meanwhile, is lurking up from T-spawn as well, so, and there it is. He'll get the flank kill, and an excellent round from C9. That time, Nothing did absolutely everything he had to do to shut down one of the entry points, and sometimes that's all it takes. If you don't get overwhelmed at one point, it's easier to manage the other ones, so.
Yeah. That was just, that was a really aggressive play. That was good entries by Nothing. Not entries, but defending kills. He got 2 right off the bat, but Virtus.Pro is just quick to trade them, and they just really kept tempo there. But C9 finally put their second round up. I don't know. Is this the comeback? I think the plow's attached. Just
well, they've managed to have broken the, break the economy of the terrorist side. So this is a good opportunity for them to make it a 6-3 scoreline, a little bit closer. But again, Virtus.Pro is overwhelming them in A, and Taz is going to get that quick bomb plant. Those smokes were thrown from spawn, so those were very, very early on. And it still remains in a 3v5, so Virtus.Pro doing
hiding in the smoke.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro's doing a fairly decent job. Hiko's going to find one more, and it should be easy if one of them just wants to hop onto the bomb. Snacks will get Hiko at least, but the rest of them will get taken down, and already on the bomb is Shroud, so there it is, 6-3. They've clawed it back a little bit closer, but damage already dealt. 6 rounds on T side, pretty good. And C9's going to have their work cut out for them undoubtedly on the terrorist side.
6 is definitely favorable. And honestly, it's still young. They're 9 rounds in out of 15. They could definitely still go for 7, 8 rounds. Virtus.Pro is definitely controlling tempo, and now we see an op on Snacks. It's not even on Pasha, so that's pretty interesting.
And there's the auto sniper as well for Sean Gers. So I knew we would see one on train. Not in the position that I expected, though. He's inside at lower. So he's watching for that cross, see if he can do some damage with it. Meanwhile, what's Pasha up to with his AWP? Still just lurking back and forth from outer.
Bialy takes out the auto sniper.
Yep. So there you go. Sean Gers gets nothing with it. It's not a spot I normally see it played, so I'm not surprised that it wasn't as effective. Bialy with 33 HP will continue on into the site. Sempis, is going to find Taz. Neo's picked up that auto sniper and returns the favor to C9. Sempis goes down. So VP with an early round advantage here. But look at the HP. Pasha's on 10. Yeah, Neo's 26, Bialy 33. So they can get back into this quite easily if C9 can find the frags. But so far, Bialy's finding them, and now he's got another one on to Nothing.
Hiko sneaking up. He gets the first one. Oh, if he got the second one, that was round over.
And look at that. The auto sniper turned out to go the other way, so Neo picks up 2 frags with it. And that's going to give them 7 now, so it's just getting more and more unattainable for Cloud9 when they go on to the second half. And look at
the equipment on the T side versus the CT side. CT side, they've got some M4s, and they've got 1 op on Sempis. But they've got an auto sniper and an op on the T side. That is free pickings if they can find the right spot to go.
Sempis this time will have an AWP at least for C9C. Look, you can't really make much happen from that Z-Hall. He knows they're there. He saw their feet, but what can he do? And they haven't peeked him, so not much will come of that. Meanwhile, though, Nothing is going to push forward. Snacks is going to find him, so he's down early on. So again, VP has a lot to work with. Shroud, though, is still at Ivy, and he's got the support of Sempis. And there are 2 VP players there, Pasha and Bialy, both looking through that smoke, which slowly dissipates. Meanwhile, Taz.
Beautiful shot by Pasha on Sempis. And that was an op versus op duel. Pasha just won it from up top on the fence, I believe.
Yeah. And now they'll fall back, so they're not even going to go through on that. They're working. They've got A wide open. Look at this. Hiko's pushed all the way back. Shroud's in A2. And the majority of the site is open for business, and it looks like that's where they're going to head. Snacks is going to drop that bomb. Pasha should pick that up after he goes for the entry. Shroud, though, meanwhile, will find one on on Neo, so there is one more to work with, but Pasha, again, with that AWP, takes down Hiko, and Sean Gares and Shroud have it all to do. Sean Gares rotating still from ladder, so...
And Bialy through the smoke.
Not sure why the bomb hasn't quite gone down yet. There, finally, Pasha's going to work his way in and get that. So
I mean, they had a lot of time. They could have just taken their time, cleared it out. So not too much of a rush on the plant. But now Sean is pretty much forced to save, unless he gets flanked by Taz. And down goes Sean Gares. 8 rounds for Virtus.Pro. That is a plow. That, in all definitions, they are playing their own game. They're fragging. They're winning all the small rounds too. You know, minus the pistol round where Shroud... Actually, they even won the pistol round. Shroud almost got it, but they've just been winning every single scenario that comes their way. Things are definitely looking up for them.
And they'll continue on with that double op setup, so Snacks and Pasha each have one of their own to work with this time, and it's a save for C9, so the economy already broken again, and that's not going to do good at all for them. Taz going to work out from ladder. Neo already coming out from middle, but watch out. Who's that above Neo? I'm not sure who that is. It's not going to matter. Shroud, he gets taken down from a nade. Bialy finds him. Taz gets a double as well. Now Semphis responds, but it's too late. VP's done all the damage required, and they'll get another quick round on the board, so 9-3 on the T side. Virtus.Pro, you called it. They've got the best turnover rate. It's all going to come down to
They do have the best turnover rate. Lose the first map, win out the next two. That is the Virtus.Pro way. But one thing to notice is now they've got 2 ops on T side, and that actually looks really promising at this rate. Just because they're so dominant, they can pretty much do anything they want. And now with 2 ops, they can pick from far back. That definitely looks like it's going to work out.
Neo getting aggressive at inner again, and oh man, Sean not able to find that. Pardon me, yeah, it is Sean, so not able to find that pick. He hasn't had much luck at inner, but meanwhile, back on the A site, Shroud has found one on Pasha. That's back toward Ivy. As always, those two have been doing good battle the entire matchup. Snacks, meanwhile, though, with that off, is looking towards Semphis, who's retreated back out of position, maybe perhaps intimidated a little bit as Taz comes in now from ladder, takes down Hiko, and everything's going on at B as Neo is going to try and creep up and get them on the flank. So Virtus.Pro playing all aspects and all angles that they possibly could find on this map. And C9 trying to hold station. We'll see if it pays off. Snacks is taking that bomb back to B, though. Neo knows he's got it. He's already pushed all the way through into Z, and that'll cut off Semphis, who's heading in that position right now. I don't even think he knows he's there. Semphis with a knife out, comes around the corner. Oh, man, Neo almost whiffing on that shot, but he does manage to get it in the end. And now he's going to Molotov and nade off on Sean, so they've got full control, as I mentioned, of that B site. And what can C9 possibly do? Sean Gares knows that he's about to get flanked by Bialy. Shroud's actually going to get the kill, so they can at least have the option of holding on to those weapons if they choose, and I think that's what they might do.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah,
they don't have a choice. Sean Gares has nothing but his op and his armor, and Shroud has a kit, but they have no retake nades, and they just lost the site too early.
Neo's going to push up on Sean right now. Sean actually gets him foot shot, but does the required damage. Neo is already weakened a little bit there, so now Shroud's got Taz to contend with, but they should get away with both of these. Or will they? Taz now will push through, and he does get the frag on Shroud, unfortunately, and he gets the double on Sean Gares. Sean was relying with the op in that position for Shroud to save him.
That was a big play for Taz.
Yeah, that absolutely.
That completely eliminates all hope of C9 having enough equipment to win this next round. Now they're Mag 7, CZ, FAMAS. It is just a force buy.
Well, put it into perspective. They saved 2 guns. They've got 2 pistols. It would have been reasonable to work with, but you're right. That just absolutely takes the wind out of the sails for Cloud9. And again, they're going to execute this split onto A. Not surprising the ladder push in this this version of Train is so strong. And Shroud still trying to do battle against both Bialy and Pasha. That's a hard task, but he actually catches out Bialy. Nice stutter step around the sandbags. And that's 1 down, so early advantage Cloud9, but watch out because Neo again is working on his inner pull to try and deal with Sean and keep him off the A site. Pasha's still just trying to play with Shroud here one-on-one.
And nothing. Just on the very edge of seeing Taz in the ladder room, and then Taz went back up. That could have been dangerous for Taz. And now it's up to Shroud, little Shroudy. He has to fight off 2 of them if they come Ivy.
And Snacks has rotated around from connectors, so they're going to readdress that position, and they are going to completely smoke and flash him off. And this is similar to what we saw in that round where Shroud was unable to do anything and they just marched into the site. We'll see if he plays it a little bit differently. He's already fallen back into that same position, and now 3 Virtus.Pro players are coming in from that angle as Neo joins them with the bomb. So Shroud's got it all to do. That smoke's already gone, though, so he's got good positioning. He makes one noise, though. They know he's there. Can he get the first frag? No, he's already pushed past that Snacks, and now Neo will get the kill, but Hiko's right there to at least peek down one of them. But Taz coming in from mid will do some damage as well, and finally Nothing rotates around with that CZ75, and Nothing, are you kidding me, manages to do it with the hat trick. CZ75 coming out to be so strong as he gets close up on the bomb site, and that's a lifeline for Cloud9 to at least get 5 on the board and build up some economy. But as the first round comes to a close, it might still be just, I mean, 10 rounds is pretty substantial.
It might be too late. It might be too little too late. We might be seeing a 3rd map. But who knows? You never want to count any team out. It's kind of disrespectful to count any team out. And C9 honestly can do the comeback, but VP is just looking really, really dominant right now.
And VP again going to set up for that 2-1-2 split onto A. Sean should be a little more aware, and yeah, finally he is going to push up at this point from inner, but Taz and Neo have already done the damage as they're inside the site, and only Sean remains just like that. Man, they're executing so well from those angles, and there's nothing C9 can do. They're getting overwhelmed entirely. And the timing is perfect from VP now, and Sean Gares again in a 1v5 to close out the round. There's, the half. There's no reason to save, so let's see how creative he can get. Not very. Taz comes around, and that's going to do it. So 11-4 Virtus.Pro on T-side train.
I would have liked to see a little bit more aggressive play on the inside, maybe play 2, because they were sending 2 people in the beginning. Taz was going down the ladder, and then 1 person, sometimes 2, were waiting above the ladder and kind of just baiting the nades out at inner in case they wanted to do a late hit. I would have liked to see more inner presence by Cloud9. I think that if they had pushed up inner and actually taken control of that white hall up above the inner bomb site, they could have definitely cut off parts of the map and gotten some control under their legs, but they were just kind of playing passive, not really being too pushy. I saw Nothing being really pushy, which was working out well for him most of the time. He was usually able to get a double or at least get a kill and then fall out, and Nothing was playing really aggressive and it was working for him, but the rest of his team was just playing so passive, just kind of waiting for the execute, and I think after a while you just gotta mix it up and try something different, you know?
Well, we'll see how C9 chooses to play this. They were very aggressive with their T-side on season, but VP looks very ready to deal with anything thrown at them in this map. So I don't want to write it off too soon, but if we go to Inferno, it's going to come down to pretty much strong play. I mean, the thing with Cloud9, although they've got 3 potential star players, again, going back to Thorn's theory, if anyone has an off day with them, it really, really does hurt. And right now, I mean, it's hard to lay blame on anyone's shoulders. They're just not getting the frags, and they weren't holding the site at all in that first half.
And I mean, when we look at it, Taz was going mental. He was huge that game. He had so many doubles, a few triples. He went 16-9 on the T side, and that's definitely worth noting. He's calling strats, he's fragging, he's doing everything.
That said, we are underway in the pistol round for number 2 here. And Hiko's going to run it in. They're going Ivy right now from C9. Let's see if this pays off. Pasha's there, though, and he manages to evade the first flash and take down Semphis. Hiko aggresses and manages to take him down in response, but Taz is there. And now Shroud trades. So 3-on-3 as they continue to try and get into A, but VP was there, so it was all against the odds for C9. Hiko still doing damage, though. A burst on the Glock. Not common we see that anymore. And he manages to pick up the double, so it's all on Snacks, and Shroud rotating around from the front side of the site will pick that up. So the pistol round does go to Cloud9. That helps them if they can anti-eco accordingly to at least make it 11-8, but it's still a huge task on the T side.
It is a mountain to climb. It is a mountain to climb for them to come back. That's a big deficit. 6 rounds. They could do it, but it's gonna be tough. Especially with the CTs buying scouts, CZs. If they just play a little bit aggressive as CTs and they try and get in their face, they could definitely make some big plays. Look at Snacks, all the way down, pushed up with a CZ. If they try and come in her, Snacks could easily get a double here.
And Snacks fires away, tries to do some damage. He only gets 50 health off of Sean Gares, and now they're going to push him, and there it is. Sean Gares will get the kill with that Galil. It was close. He almost got a little bit up in the face, and that CZ's so damaged from that, has so much damage potential from that range, but that said, they're inside this site. Neo manages to get one. Taz on the rotation, though, with that scout, manages to pick up Semphis, and now it's still a 3-on-3. The bomb is down, though. But the health and HP advantage still going the way of VP. If they get creative, nothing's going to take down Pasha. That helps a lot as he plays from upper. Shroud now catches Taz, and it's all on Bialy, who can often pull those situations off, but it's not going to happen here as he's just overwhelmed, and that will give the 6th round to Cloud9. Now, 2 players did drop. That's a reasonable effort from VP. If they can continue to hurt the economy, once the gun round hits, they've got an opportunity to just manhandle this game.
Yeah. I mean, when 2 people die, usually what happens is 2 people drop their Galils or their AKs or their SMGs and then they upgrade. So if they can get 2, 3, as many kills as they can get this round, it's going to be really crucial because even though they're losing the round, they're forcing C9 to rebuy, and it can definitely take an economical toll in the long run. And when you're C9, you have so many rounds to catch up on. You need all the money you can get.
So C9 also trying that A pinch, but no one coming from Ivy for them. They all came in through 3 through mid connector and 2 through ladder, and so far it's paying off as they've got 3 of the VP players down. Only Pasha and Snacks remain, and Pasha's coming in from middle, but Sean manages to catch him out as he tried to flank from inside the B halls, and that leaves just Snacks inside Z. He hasn't managed to recover a gun. There are some down, and there it is. Shroud with the Pokeball will take down a Wild Snacks, and it'll be 11-7 now. So far they're avoiding those anti-ecos.
And looks like now we're going into the first full buy here. Curious to see, no ops on the CT side, all rifles, and all silenced rifles at that. So they've got the fastest firing rate.
It's still important to know that.
I mean, and it's cheap. That's the thing. When you're VP and you don't have to win a ton of rounds, the M4, the silenced one, is so much cheaper that you can buy more often, and that could actually be really good for them here.
Yeah, it's a great point. The only advantage I could see the other gun being, and this is perhaps at Ivy with the smokes just spamming away, or maybe at ramp inner.
Right. Looks like C9's going to be working for a committed intertake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 people and then nothing, just bringing up the flanks. So
Snacks and Neo are going to be the ones that have to hold it. Now look at that, they're already out upper and they haven't even spotted them, but Snacks is going to turn and find both kills on Semphis and Shroud before Sean Gares finally returns fire, and Neo finds Sean, so the damage done. Snacks does a great job, and now Neo also finds nothing, so a failed plan from C9. It looked so good, so promising that they're so deep in the site, but nobody checked lower and just handed kills to Snacks. Hiko through the smoke will find Neo, but Bialy immediately responds, and that's going to do it. 12 now on the board for Virtus.Pro, and immediately in the gun round, they take control of the second half because, as I said, Cloud9, they built up enough to buy one more, but they're not on a cushioned situation by any means. There's no luxury to this.
Right, right. And if you just go down the list, you can see the money is being fully used right now. No one's really able to save any money for the next round. C9 is having to full buy out. So if they lose this round and they're forced to save, that would be the 13th round, potentially the 14th, and Game Point will sneak up on them way faster than they expect.
A little more passive this time from C9. They're spreading out across the map. Hiko looks like he's going to go one-on-one with Pasha.
He's got the stickers on his gun. He's got the stat track counter ready.
But only a CZ75, and from that range, it's not ideal. That's it. Snack's only on a swag 7, but at least he can play up close, and he is doing so inside. Shroud and Semphis have already snuck by. That bomb's dropped at inner by the ladder, so they're trying to find a pick and at least work into a site. Smokes it upper inside.
Looks like they dropped the bomb inner halls, so they can just come back and get it. So it might be an inner fake, which would be really smart on their part because they're holding two
Yeah,
CTs.
and look at that. Sean's actually going to get the frag on Bialy, so there's your A pick, and now they'll rotate back and grab that and head down the ladder. Semphis is still going to wait back and catch out Snacks, who's rotating, but Snacks actually gets him, so the swag 7 comes out better. Shroud in the site, though, meanwhile, at A with the bomb. They haven't worked in to get it down. Sean Gares will get another one on Pasha, and Shroud found Taz, but Neo rotating in from Z. The flank from B will drop the bomb, and that'll buy time to allow Snacks to rotate all the way to CT spawn. As Sean goes for the bomb recovery, and Hiko catches Neo, so now it's all on Snacks. And he has managed to pick up an AK, so he's got a little more to work with. Oh, he spotted the shoulder of Hiko right there, but not able to secure the kill. Now he finally does, so a 2-on-1, but that bomb has been ticking away now for the better part of 10 seconds. And he's got Sean Gares op firing away at him. And yeah, as expected, he will just run hide and hold on to that AK-47. So Cloud9 get 8 on the board now, and it's not a bad return for them.
Not too bad.
And they actually reset the economy for VP. So
yeah, reset the economy, but still 4-round deficit, and VP's probably gonna have to save here. Maybe we'll see CZ's no armor or a scout no armor. We'll see. Snacks saved the AK, so but I doubt they're gonna force buy just to play around it. I think they're gonna either go
I don't think it's
full
worth
save
it
for ops and autos, or maybe like a CZ buy. Yeah, we saw
they're
we
in the
two CZs.
they're in the driver's seat right now, so forcing and
Exactly.
throwing away the economy is just giving Cloud9 a way back into the game. So there's no reason to play with that.
Right. They
that
went
mentality.
ahead and gone for CZs. So
We'll see how Snacks plays it. I mean, he could still do a good amount of damage. He's actually pushed up by ladder, which gives him a good flank rotation into B, but not a lot of pick option from there. You would have thought he might have played somewhere more like Ivy, but see,
Pasha got
oh
the
wow,
early kill on Semphis.
yeah, and that was actually at Ivy,
Oh,
and now
he
Hiko's
dinks
there.
Hiko. He dinks Hiko. This is a 1v2 situation for him, essentially, that he's going to win if he can kill Hiko.
So a great save so far going on for VP.
Oh.
But as I say that, Sean Gares will collect Neo over at the B site. And that might be an invitation. Yeah, they're heading with the bomb now in that direction as they try and secure things, but the rotations are already there. As I say that, though, Pasha down. Sean finds yet another one, so he's playing very well with the AWP now. And Shroud's going to take down Snacks, so Taz and Bialy, the only ones left. Bialy's going to pick up that AK that Snacks had at the start of the round, so we'll see if they choose to hold on to it one more time as Taz, rotating through the bathrooms, might just look for exits.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another save on the VP side of things. They still have enough rounds to work with. They're just going to save their money, play it safe, go for a buy next round. Hopefully they go for a buy next round. They should have the money for it. 2-8, 2-3, 3-1. Yeah, they should definitely have the money for a full buy next round. Oh, unless Hiko takes him out.
And Hiko did find Bialy, so now it's just Taz. And he's not got a gun to save, so he's just looking for the exits. And Sean is lurking toward him, and he does. No, Sean got the better of it. Wow, Taz actually took the initial shot there, but not able to hit the accuracy that he was hoping for. And Cloud9 are now 9 rounds, so they're looking good on T-side as well.
Train is now a T-sided map according to this match.
Entirely
according
different.
to this match, you know.
Entirely different methods in doing so, though. I mean, it was a constant 2-1-2 split on A from VP that was aggressive and fast, whereas C9 seems to be a little more calculated and sitting back and looking for the picks. So Hiko going to go for that spawn smoke.
Crazy smoke here.
Yeah, so that'll block off Z connector and give them an opportunity to push in from ladder immediately. And if they can get someone through middle that heads to the backside as well, it gives them an opportunity. And here they come. So Semphis finds Taz as a result. You saw where that smoke landed. Now Neo finally responds into Shroud, but Semphis is going to get a second one onto him before Bialy finally puts Semphis to bed in this round. And now Hiko he was late lurking in from Ivy, it has to be said, and that might have caught out Bialy right there as he got him. And then Snacks goes down to Sean Gares. So 10-12 now the score. Cloud9 doing an excellent job to bring this back as close as they possibly can.
And it's definitely gotten a lot closer than I thought it would get. I thought VP was going to take the pistol and kind of run away with it, but according to this match, every team is good on T-side. And now Sean looks like he might be going for a fast pick out middle. Just a little too late to see the guy run Ivy, though. Important
to note as well that VP's back onto the save, so this is going to be a mop. And again, Semphis, man, oh man, he's having a great half. He hasn't had a good start on the CT side, but in the last couple rounds he's been on the board with multis, and he's definitely catching up as the bomb goes down on A. So Pasha and Snacks, with only CZ75s, there's no reason they should get aggressive and at least get a few kills and guns out of the hands of the terrorists, but it looks like they're actually just going to work back toward T-spawn. So unless anyone pursues them, the round will end accordingly.
And I think they're just going to save the CZs. They don't have armor, but it's definitely worth saving the CZs when you're in a 2v5. There's not much you can do there, so you might as well save it. Oh, and nothing picks out. Oh, and they're gone. All right, so
one round game.
We've got a full buy from VP here. Not full buy. They don't have ops or autos. They have the M4s though. They have the smokes, the flashes, the armor. They have a one kit. I think this is the round where they can either win it and get back on their feet, or we're gonna see an even more of a nail biter. I think if VP loses this round and C9 ties it up, I think momentum's gonna be in their favor. And it looks like they're going for a fast strat. C9's going to go for
that
something.
Nade did huge damage. Look, that landed right in Sean's face. He's down to 9. That's max damage from that nade. And Semphis also went down to 42 on that. So well thrown by VP right there.
Snacks takes 50 damage from another grenade. Just trading tons of nade damage, spam damage.
And C9 looked like they were committed to finally rushing the site. But when they took that nade, they kind of slowed things down a bit and reconsidered their plan. Taz has already pushed back into Z so he can quick rotate, and Neo's right there with Snacks. So it's pretty even at both sites. They haven't really opened the map up at all on the C9 side, and
And I mean, they've got a pretty good setup. They've got a good crossfire, but if they just want to explore out upper, then Snacks is kind of exposed. Neo might be able to trade the kills, but it's looking kind of risky. And they're playing so passive. VP plays so passive all over the place. They just wait. They buy the time, and now they've only got 30 seconds
This
left.
is similar to what we saw against Denial and Titan. They just bought so much time by not peeking on the CT side that the Ts were forced to rush in without much of a plan at all, having not found the picks. And this is similar right now for Cloud9. They don't have entries anywhere, and we remain in 4-4. They are finally going to commit to A. Sean's going to go ahead and try and Molotov up on Heaven, but it's not going to matter because Pasha gets the better of that shot. Finally, Shroud will get Pasha, but Taz, look at that. A huge double at the end is going to give them round 13.
Crazy. How many kills is Taz on? 21 kills. He has been having a great game. Great game. And Virtus.Pro is starting to run with it. Slowly but surely. But Cloud9 has the money.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, so they got another omp out for Sean Garrison. Look at that. He's still got 59 to work with in the next round, so he should be able to get one again, although the rest of his teammates are starting to look a little more dire for Cash, as they are going to work inside A. Again, not a lot of aggression. Shroud, nice shot on Pasha. Taz responds into him, and Bialy on the quick flank is going to get another. Look at Taz again, another double kill as he gets Sean as well. And Hiko coming from, again, late from Ivy. He wasn't there early on.
Could have been a big play, but
is that going to bounce far enough to catch Taz? That nade? It does. Unbelievable throw right there. That was angled absolutely perfectly. And it'll give him that frag, so they've evened things back up. In fact, they've got the round advantage, but as I say that,
it's a 1v1, and now he has the bomb down.
And he knows that's the planner. He has to know based on that position that that was the planner. So now he can play out Hiko as if he has a bomb plant. The bomb's down. It's an advantage for Snacks at this point. And as he rotates all the way around to the backside of Train, it's easy. Hiko's looking the wrong direction. And Snacks comes back with a 1v2 clutch and gives Virtus round number 14. So they're looking extremely close at this point. And that might just be enough because, look, as I said, Cloud9 might have had money for Sean Gares, but he's actually not going to go for the op. He's forced to buy out for his teammates, and they're still not able to get 5 rifles on the board.
And can we just talk about how big of a play that was for Snacks? Snacks barely just saw his foot and was able to kill the planter, and that was everything.
I was wrong, by the way. They did actually drop for Sempus. He just hadn't picked it up yet.
So now it looks like both teams have all the guns.
Auto sniper for Neo as well. So, and he's heading inner with that. So that's twice we've seen it be used at inner, not so much at the Ivy positioning. He's going to see their feet if they cross over on this too. So, oh no, they've gone the upper platform.
Through the upper.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good addition actually in this map, in my opinion. I kind of like that.
And if we look over at the Ivy, it looks like they're going to be doing some sort of Ivy fake, and then maybe like a late round execute into B, or maybe they're just working picks right now and trying to bait some nades and then have nothing decide where he wants to go.
So inside through the smoke, Hiko's going to try and work with Sean Gares. They catch out Pasha. That's one, but they're going to have to continue on, and they've got still 2 VP players directly in front of them. And it's so slow and passive. Just when you think they're going to run in, they don't. They're still trying to work calculated. And there it is. That auto sniper of Neo catches out Sean, so Hiko's left alone. But his teammates are slowly working in from middle. Nothing's worked all the way inside the site, but Bialy's going to catch down him. And Taz gets Sempus, so it's slowly dying out here. The flame is dwindling for C9 as they try and make that comeback, but it's all on Hiko for this round. And then it will be match point, and it will be a save for C9. So this could be the game. And there it is. Neo with that auto sniper will catch out Hiko. And that's pretty much the nail in the coffin as they do face match point, as I say. And Cloud9 looking at going into Inferno unless they can pull off something magical.
Wow. And the turnover rate holds true. VP loses the first map, although it was Cloud9's pick, so we would hope that Cloud9 is stronger on their own pick. And Virtus.Pro strikes back on Train, and it looks like we'll hopefully we'll be seeing an Inferno game. An Inferno, I think it's going to be, I think that was Cloud9's pick, so they're going to start on...
No, it was whatever's left, right? So it goes on whatever's left in the pool after the vetoes.
But I think Virtus.Pro is going to be starting on the T side.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Cloud9, because they were the higher seed, they get their side choice on the third map.
On the third map, that's left over. Okay.
Yeah, and undoubtedly you would want to start on CT. Look at this stack from C9. They're going to come in through Ivy this time, all of them there. And this is a Hail Mary as they're working with only those pistols. Sempus going to be the only one with that AK. Is going to go through. He does manage to catch Bialy. Can he get Taz as well? No, Taz manages to get him. But as I say that, Nothing and Shroud have done good damage as they each pick up a frag. And now it's actually a favored advantage for C9 as Snacks with that, or pardon me, Neo with that auto sniper, though still alive. But Nothing is going to counter onto him. So Snacks 1v4 to try and close out the match. Will find Nothing. And that's going to drop the bomb down on the A site. Now I say that, and it's already been recovered by Shroud, so... He's got the option of doing this, and Snacks is going to try and throw a huge play here as he's going to rotate all the way through B, get inside. Actually, I thought he was going to head towards Z connector. He might have caught out Sean as a result, but he's actually heading towards CT spawn, so a whole different approach than even I was expecting. But C9 in full control of a round that didn't look like it should have gone their way, and that 5 pushdown Ivy paid dividends, and now they might be able to at least force this a little bit further.
Hopefully he just doesn't get caught out, though. Saving that gun, he has full nades, head armor, kit, he has everything. Snacks is loaded up with equipment. Oh, and he hears the T, he hears Sean Gares.
So he'll hold on to that, and actually, I wonder, so we got a pause. I wonder if this is a tactical pause. It very well could be, because if we just press tab really quickly, VP's economy is not that strong, and this does give Cloud9 a chance to make it a little bit closer. I'm wondering if we can get some insider information from our admins to see who actually called the pause, because I could see C9 discussing very heavily that this round is everything. This round could get them back and a chance to force overtime, so hopefully we'll get that information. But this gives us a good opportunity to break down what's the pros and cons of what's been happening in the play. I think since they've got that auto sniper on VP's side, it's been strong.
Yeah, and I think they actually took it from the
first time they got it.
Yeah,
they got
the first time they took it. Yeah. Definitely just, I think C9 has the right idea. They're doing almost exactly what VP is doing, in the sense that they're just kind of working every part of the map, and then late round they're smoking and executing, and that's exactly what VP was doing in the very beginning. But they're just not able to connect the shots, and I think we might just have a timeout.
Cloud9 did call the timeout, is what I was just told, so I'm not surprised. This probably, I would suspect, is tactical.
Right.
Because this round really comes down to it. As I say, they've got the economy advantage right now. VP is going to be forced to save this round. So if they can play calculated and not get anti-eco, win the anti-eco, they've got a real chance at forcing overtime on this. And that, I mean,
if you look at the money, though, the money is definitely not in their favor, especially on the T side. It's definitely cheaper to buy as a terrorist. The AK is only $2,700, but when you have 3K, 3.7, 3.8, there's not going to be many smokes and flashes for the actual execute.
But as you say that, you look at Taz, Bialy, and Pasha, and they've got nothing to work with at all.
Right.
So, I mean, this is a bit of a madnism to say this, but
the CZ
obviously
honestly could turn the round, though, 100%, for VP.
And I'm sure that's what they're talking about. They want to make sure they don't throw anything the way of VP, any easy frags, and they want to make sure they're on point with this. But the madnism is, of course, you want to wrap this up in 2. They don't want to go to map 3. But the reason I say that is because we talked about it. It's Inferno. And you're going against VP on Inferno. If you've got an opportunity to wrap this up right now, I don't blame them for taking a tactical timeout and seeing what they can achieve.
I mean, for either team, if either team was up 1-0, it would just make sense to time out on the second map and just talk about what you can do to win the map and end it there. Whether it's VP up 1-0 or C9, it's just a smart tactical decision. That's just a good play.
Okay. Yeah, so they have by the way, in the rule set, it's a 5-minute maximum timeout, so we wouldn't be any longer than that, otherwise the team gets docked. But this gives us a good opportunity to remind you yet again that Season 18 registration is now live on ESEA.net. You can go ahead there and register for the upcoming season that starts in the second week of January. There's also that new recruitment feature. Get on a team really easily now, as opposed to...
Or you can even, if you're making a team, you can find players and have a team page.
It's just a lot more organized to do it, as opposed to just spamming the form. So looks like we're back underway, though, so... We'll see what VP's discussed and how they want to deal with it. Look at this. They're going 2 scouts on the...
no, that's
or
an
scout
op
and
on
op.
Pasha.
That is a scout and op. Yep. You're right. So Pasha's got the op.
They
Neo's
have
got the scout.
full commitment to winning this round.
That's right. So it'll be at least 2 rounds to recover for their economy if they lose this.
Pasha with the op. Sean Gares has an auto sniper, though.
And they're running inner.
All running inner, yeah.
And who's inner right now? It's just Snacks. Taz is trying to flank. Shroud's there, though. Can Shroud catch him out? No, he hasn't gone up the ladder, so that won't amount to anything. And as I say that, Neo's already rotated around for VP, so they're in position, but again, not a lot of guns to work with. He's working with that scout, but Snacks is going to find Sean Gares with the M4. That slows them down considerably, and that might be enough to allow his teammates to rotate over. Cloud9 still not committing, still not in the sight. They've got to work through that smoke as Bialy comes around. Now Snacks finds another one on Semphis, so C9, what are you doing? You're not getting inside the sight, and Neo is going to make them pay as he gets one with the scout, another with the CZ, and it's all on Shroud, and Shroud gets overwhelmed. Snacks wins it. That's exactly what Cloud9 did not want to do. There was no commitment from that at all. Nobody went upper, and they just got picked off one by one as they came down the ramp. I'm not sure if that was ideal.
Neo was sitting in the back of the bomb site, and he had a